Mad, mad. So basically, I feel depleted, man. These seasons are taking energy out of me. But like as a fan, it's affecting my well-being. So anyway, Arsenal got wrapped up by United the other day at Old Trafford. The reason it affected a lot of Arsenal fans badly, I think, is because we kind of went there confident for the first time in like a long time, innit?
I don't think I've ever been that confident going to Old Trafford, like ever.
Fucking playing kids, man. And they're playing like that. I can't believe it.
Especially
From a
the
neutral
reaction.
standpoint, what happened, Stevie?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at it through the Arsenal fan glasses, tinted glasses, with cannons on them, innit? I'm seeing, and I'm just confused. I'm baffled.
It's making me like itch my hair.
I'm baffled.
It made me. I don't know what it's done to me. Literally, it affected me as well. That match affected non-Arsenal fans as well. It was that stressful. It affected people who don't even follow that fucking football club.
I didn't hear Graham Souness's criticism, but apparently he went in on Arsenal.
What do you like think about Paul Merson saying that Wenger's got to go?
Yeah, Paul Merson's kind of been taking that stance for a long time, innit? So I'm not surprised by that. But I want to know how Wenger's going to react when, let's say, Tottenham win the league or
Leicester. Yeah.
Leicester. Like, what's he going to do?
But Arsenal had the cheek to come out and talk about their experience and the money they've spent yesterday.
Whose money?
United. What kind of disrespectful comment is that to come out and say? Like, he's talking about United. Yeah, United spent money, but what's that got to do with yesterday?
Yeah, like how many of them players played that was spent money on?
And he was talking about experienced
I've not
players.
even heard his post-match comments for the last two.
I didn't look for it, but
what did he say? Can anyone run that by me?
What was his actual words?
Do you know what? I'm gonna find that right now.
Are Arsenal bottle jobs? Is that what it is? Are we just bottle jobs?
We are. We're weak hearts, man. Like, there was no fight.
There was nothing at all, man.
Because we didn't see after the game. All I'm hearing is players were hugging up Rashford and that, like all smiley, pally, like high fiving him and that. Like, what's going on, man? This is meant to be a war.
That's
bro.
a slap in the foul. That's a slap in the face to a lot of Arsenal fans.
I don't want to see that.
Like, they don't know. Like it's kind of what Leon Knight said earlier. Like, they don't know him to be doing that. It's not Wayne Rooney. You're not gonna see him next week when you're away on international duty. Nah, you don't know Rashford. You keep it moving.
Got a point. It's a good way to look at it.
It's just it don't mean enough to the players, man.
Yeah, for me seeing that is a bit of a shock seeing that when you go back to like the classic Keane versus Vieira fixtures.
Yeah.
Like, there was no love. There was no like. You didn't even get a handshake in the fixtures.
It was just tension from the moment they're in the tunnel. It was just instantly tension.
Exactly.
Like everyone across the country was just tuned in to watch this like gladiator battle. But with me, I don't mind losing to United as such because they've always been Arsenal's like great rivals in it. So it's not the fact that we lost particularly to United; it's the fact that we should have wrapped them in it. Like I said before the game to Travis, nothing less than 3 points will do. Not even a draw. Like this needs to be 3 points, man. Like really, look at the team; it has to be 3 points. So getting a draw would have even not been good enough realistically. So to lose, it's just like
I feel like drinking a bottle of wine just thinking about it. How can you play?
that's the worst United 11 I've seen in ages.
On paper, I'd 100% agree.
Bringing on Weir. Who the fuck is Weir? Who the fuck was that defender there coming on?
It was pissing me off when I saw that. It was literally like FIFA regens. It was annoying me.
Them players are rated 48 on FIFA.
A lot of is it do you blame the manager? Do you blame the players? Is it 50-50? Like, is it the club? Is it the?
Yeah, I can't. The reason I can't. I blame Wenger anyway for this season. We could have won that game. I still have problems with Wenger. But come on, there becomes a time when you got to look at the players. Do you know what I mean? Like,
why is it all the players that we get just bottle it? Like what?
bro, like, come on, like, a lot of fans have been saying, "Oh, Arsenal can't get them up for games, mate." You don't need a fucking 60-year-old manager to get you up for a game against Man United
So
when
what
the
is it? Why
league's
are
on the
they?
title. You don't need a man who's nearly touching 70 to get you up for a game.
So why are all these
Find
separate
that fire
players?
within yourself.
So why are all these separate players finding it difficult to come to a common motivation?
I don't know. I think it's because the mentality of our club is just weak, and it has been.
All these players have this mentality.
Walcott's been at Arsenal for 10 years. I didn't see anything from him. And if you ain't getting on the ball and you ain't doing anything on the ball, I want to see you working off the ball. I didn't even see him. Do you know what I mean?
Neil Knight was saying he took 16 touches in.
Yeah, he did.
Oh god.
There's times when
Lord have mercy.
there's times when Sanchez ain't playing so well going forward, or Welbeck ain't playing so well going forward, but you see them working, and it's see that from Walcott, and he's on 140 grand, and he's been there since we were all in school,
Walcott's on 140k, man. That is just like.
and he's never done anything.
Do you reckon there's a bit of a hangover effect from the Barcelona defeat, like psychologically?
Actually, no, I was hoping that there would be no effect from the Barcelona
I don't
defeat,
think so.
but I don't think
No
there
one
was.
expected us to win the Barca game.
Because when you compare the opening 5 minutes to the last fixture, the 3-0, like, you lot come out the traps in that game. I was kind of expecting the same thing from you lot in this game.
I don't think it was hangover because no one was giving Arsenal a chance in that game, and everyone was like, "We're going to get smashed. It's going to be like 5-0, 6-0." So we lost. Was it 2-0 in the end? So I don't think that would have had an effect. I'm not going to use that as an excuse anyway. We ain't going to win the Champions League. We're going to get the new camp is going to be even more painful. So I would never use that as an excuse. I just think they should have just turned up. I don't know, man.
Arsene Wenger said, "I don't know. Let's not go overboard." They had a few millions on the pitch from De Gea to the midfield. They had an experienced midfield. They spent a lot on Depay. He is not a player from the academy. Like, come on. What are you talking about?
Wenger's a sore loser, man. Like, you need to just take it on the chin. Like when we panned Van Gaal, bro, Van Gaal was just like, boy, like they stuck it on us. Van Gaal was like, they stuck it on us, innit? Like, what can I say? He's basically like, well, yeah, it happened, man. Like, bro, next game. Wenger should have just done it because he's the manager, man. I think some part of me thinks that the things that he says and the things that he does in the training ground and on, especially like, the reason I say it's not enough, because the reason I say this is because like when I see him on the bench, he's just inactive, bro. Like,
it was frustrating to go 2-0 down and see him sat down. I know United fans moan about Van Gaal doing that.
Just inactive, like, bro.
You better be on the sideline because I was going mad. Like,
how are you not screaming at Theo Walcott or screaming at Ramsey for giving the ball away or like just losing possession every 5 minutes? Like, how are you not telling Ramsey to fix up? Like, bro, how are you not doing that?
Has he ever really been a talker on the touchline, though? He has really.
He does from time to time. He'll get up in it and say things, but he's not like Pep Guardiola literally orchestrating the game. Pep will just be there like,
bang,
like he's on the pitch like the 12th man, just calling out shots and that.
That's how he's. And again,
some of Souness's comments are crazy.
Yeah, apparently Souness went in.
Arsenal bordered on being a joke. Arsene Wenger must be tearing his hair out. There is a word I want to use, but I can't, which describes a lack of something that real players have, and this Arsenal players lack it in abundance. Bollocks. That's what it would be.
oh man,
But why do you think it is? Like,
It's from the top. It's from the top down.
I think one is it's the mentality of the club echoed, isn't it? Because Arsenal are not very ambitious considering the size of the club.
We have no aim. We don't know our aim.
Ambition.
Most of our fans don't know what our aim is. Like, you can say it's the Champions League, but clearly it's not, because we've got Flamini coming on to play against Barcelona. So clearly we're not trying to win that, when really we should. So it's just echoes down, like Perry said. Like, really, if we wanted to be winning the league, we didn't make any signings this season that said, yeah, we're going to go out and win the league. Yeah, we got a new goalkeeper, but like apart from that, we made no outfield signings. Like, there was nothing there that said, yeah, we want to finish higher this season. Do you know what I mean?
Actions like that, they spread to the mentality of the players, isn't it? Like, when you see your club make a big boy signing, or like somebody who's well respected, or not even just signing, just do certain things like not bring on Flamini in the last 20 minutes of a game, then little things like that just show the mentality of the people above, man. And if that's not being done, or it's been done incorrectly, then that's signing one player in the summer.
Giving Theo Walcott 140 grand a week. Who is he? What's he ever done to be on that? That sends a bad message to the rest of the team.
Yeah, that's mad. He must be our second highest paid player after Ozil. He must be on more, or at least the same as Sanchez.
What's he ever done? Never done anything.
It's 10 years he's been there.
Has he ever come up with like a moment of genius?
Yeah, he has. That's
here and there.
Walcott's had moments of great performances, but he lacks any consistency. I wonder if it's because he's not being played up front. Not to excuse him, but do you reckon that's what it is?
Get out of our club. I really don't want. I'm done with him, man. I'm done with him there. Like I just can't. I can't. He's not done what he should have done, and there are better players out there that I prefer. Royce is still at Dortmund. I much prefer him. That's a quality player. I don't want Walcott. That's me personally. A lot of Arsenal fans, they like him. I don't. Personally, I don't want him there. He could go. Wenger could go as well. I'm just done. I'm done, man.
What, Perry, do you think it's a thing of where he's not like Walcott? He's not that motivated because he's been calling for that striker's place for a long time, and he keeps.
That's what I reckon.
Is that what you mean?
When he was playing up front, he got 5 goals in about 8 or 9 games, and he was offering an option with Giroud, and I think he relished the opportunity. He was playing all right. He was playing above average, getting a goal every game and a half, and then he got injured, and then it was like, bang, you're back on the wing now. And I reckon that after that he was just switched off. Whether or not you like him or want to excuse him, I'm just breaking down the technicality of what's probably happened. I just think he's not interested in playing on the wing. You can tell from taking 16 touches and however long he was on the pitch. You can tell he's not really interested in playing on the wing. You can tell he wants that up front spot. And now that it's gone, he's probably not going to get that up front spot back. It's just a wrap. I feel like he prepared himself to be a striker now. When he got those 5 games, he's probably thinking like a striker, probably watching YouTube videos of how to move off the ball like a striker, then bang, now you're back on the wing. You got injured, now you're back on the wing, bruv. You ain't going up front again. Just play on the wing again. Chill.
We support a team of players who take selfies after beating Leicester. Let the fans celebrate. You lot got a league to win. You better get back in the dressing room. That should be a day's work for you, man. Money goes in the bank. Boom. Next game. You're on the pit. It makes me sick. It makes me sick, man. The mentality is so bad. Say that again, Stevie.
If the club did a wage strike and said, right, listen, we ain't paying you,
they'll all leave, man. This is how it is.
You think they'd perform?
Nah, man, they'll just go. They'll go somewhere who's gonna
They'll go to other clubs, innit?
You know what I mean? The players have too much power. And you know what? All this money and everything like that is all bullshit now, man. Leicester and Spurs are proving it. Okay, Spurs spend money, but Leicester are proving it, man. Do you know what I mean? It's all bollocks. Do you know what? Really is a nightmare if Leicester win the league, but it's an absolute dream if they win the league
good,
as well.
Man. It's good, and it's also good if obviously I'm an Arsenal fan, but if Tottenham win the league, man, I need to, because I've been Wenger out for about 7 or 6 years. For me, it's Groundhog Day, innit, every season. So
it is.
To see Tottenham win the league, I need to know what Wenger's going to say. What are you going to say now?
So hypothetically speaking, if Tottenham win the league, does the Arsenal board stick by Arsene Wenger after?
Yeah, bruv. Wenger's the most unsackable man working in Britain. There's nothing this man can do to get sacked, bro.
Seb, they are he's making their money year in, year out. If you don't sack a man who's making you money, these people on the Arsenal board aren't football people. That's what everyone needs to remember. They don't care about football. Stan Kroenke recently moved, I don't know where his team is, the Rams, over to LA. Didn't care about the fans. It's all about money. Bigger fan base, bigger target audience. I'm moving this team to LA. I don't care about your heritage. Moving them to LA. That's the kind of man that we've got in charge at Arsenal. They don't care about the football. He's making us money.
So my second question, Wenger is a prideful man, does he accept that and think, right, maybe I shouldn't be letting this happen, the position we're in, a lack of Chelsea, lack of Man City, lack of United competing for the title, he's letting Tottenham win it. Should he just think maybe I can't do this anymore?
Nah, because he's delusional, bro. I said to Travis last season, there's two options in it. He's either delusional or he's incompetent in it, and I think he's just delusional. Like, I think he actually believed like that signing one player could make him win the league this season, based on an improvement, or seeing it as an improvement on last season. I just feel like he's delusional, like in the sense that he'll probably go out and think, I don't need to get much in the summer again. Maybe one player here, maybe one player there, and we'll go again, man. Like, let's go again. Like, we can do it this year. It's like insanity, bro. Like, just repeating the same thing over and over and over again. Like, it's the same shit, man. Same thing.
I think this is the angriest I've ever been on a hangout session. You know, that's the one. I'm so glad we didn't do one straight after.
I would have been World War Three.
So I remember the one after the last game. It was completely different. Me and Seb, but it's just different this time, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Role reversal and all that.
Complete role reversal.
Well, mate.
Seb, what do you think will happen with Arsenal this season? Like,
Don't you want to see Tottenham or Leicester win the league just so you can see what Wenger's going to say? Well, surely you want to see that.
Yeah, 100%.
I want to see that because I want to know how this man's going to defend himself. Like, you put me through so much emotional discomfort, yeah? Talk to me now. Leicester won the league. Their team's worth 25 mil or something like that, 22 million. Talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
If they win, it shows like what heart and desire can do.
Yeah.
When Leicester play up there, like, you got to take 3 points from them this season. Like, they're not giving you 3 points. You got to take it. Like, they're not. Demotivation's not coming into it's not a factor in these games now. Like, they're not demotivated. Like, you got to take it.
And they'll go all the way to the end. They've showed every week.
Weekend though. Norwich played so well.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They looked Leicester were extremely average. They looked like a normal mid-table, maybe lower league mid-table side. And you know, Albright puts the ball in the box, 89th minute, and Najoa taps it in. And you just
Another thing I need to point out is that Aaron Ramsey is whack, bro.
Mate, he's fucking shit.
This guy begged for the centre midfield spot for how long? He got it, and he's shown me nothing. He's shown.
It's interesting, you know, because Perry said this to me a few times in previous weeks, and I was watching Hugh Wizzy, another Arsenal fan, and he was saying, I don't know what Ramsey is. He's not a winger. He's not an attacking centre midfielder. He's not a centre midfielder. He's not. What is he? Like, what is he?
He's just a ghost player.
Do you know what I think he is?
He's more of a runner. He's just got great stamina. Like, he's not technically great. Like,
do you know what I think he is? I think he's like a right midfielder, not like a winger. You know, just
like a Beckham type.
Yeah, that's what I think he is.
It's mad, you know. It took this long to work out. He's not a centre midfielder because a centre midfielder is like Cazorla. Pick up the ball deep. Have a look. No options? All right, let me take it forward 10 yards. Let me have a look now. Anyone? Left. Nah. He's not great. I'll take this guy on. 1-2. Like,
even Wilshire's
he's
that.
just limited with options, bro. When he gets the ball in the middle, I feel no confidence that anything's going to progress when he gets the ball in the middle. I see no action. Like, nothing. I don't see him taking charge of anything.
There was a time where I was just screaming at the TV, someone come and show for the ball from throw-ins, or like Bellerin or Monreal would have the ball. Them like, and it's just like, come on, someone show for the ball. Who wants it? No one. Do you know what I mean?
Look good, I think.
Yeah, Welbeck, and he's not even one of us. That's what upset me. Like, how can Welbeck come and be our best player?
Because he's got the experience of winning.
Oh, fucking hell.
He literally looks like the best player in the pitch for you. Like, Giroud, poor man. He's poor. How many chances did Ramsey miss against Barcelona?
Yeah, Ramsey, Ox, and Walcott in particular.
When Ox got the ball on the right, at the moment, not impressed. He had no clue, no composure whatsoever.
Who?
Walcott, Ox when he got took out. And then we had
that's terrible. Lack of composure.
Lack of composure. Just get the ball and heavy touch. You just didn't know what to do with it. You just don't know what they're doing.
People have been trying to remedy the Arsenal thing for ages. Oh, is it because they don't have enough English players? Oh, is it because they've got too many foreign players? Is it because their players are too young? Now the players are all at a good age. We've got a good amount of English players in the starting team. So all those excuses are going out the window. Like, what's the reason here? Is it?
There's only one constant, yeah, and that's the people at the top. with Wenger. They've all
Then
been
again,
there.
is
They've
it
been, they've all been there.
Do you know what? From the outside looking in, at times it looks like there's a group of players that are just there for the fun. Like, players like Walcott's been there for 10 years. Like, I feel like any top manager would have got rid of him by now if he's not produced in that amount of time, or he would have left himself.
The Son.
I think the players are a bit too pretty. I've said this with Miles and Theo before. They're just a bit too friendly. They don't look serious, man. I would say that football in general has kind of gone that direction anyway, but Arsenal have done it in a more accelerated fashion. Like, football's not as physical or as competitive as I would say it was maybe 15, 20 years ago in general in the Premier League, but I would say that it's definitely highlighted with Arsenal, man. Jesus, some of these guys, bro.
Made me sick.
Do you think Wenger's a bit of a, how can you say it? You could say arrogant.
He's like a mad scientist. Seb, he's like Dr. Giro, bro. He's like Dr. Giro, just constantly trying to create the perfect android. To all my Dragon Ball Z lovers, yeah. This is Wenger, innit? He's just constantly trying to create the perfect android. He's just trying to. He's got like a sick vision in his head, like of how he wants the team to be, and like he wants them to not be very expensive, and he wants them to be full of young players of talent and like flair and that. And he's got this vision in his head of how they're gonna win the league, then they're gonna win the champ. But it's just like, bruv, that's just not. It's not a reality. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Like,
You know what it is as well? It's like if you look at Wenger and you look at the relationship this guy has with the players. It sounds weird, but he signed Walcott when he was 16 years old.
what Wenger wants is something like Leicester.
Walcott is like it's like his father. Like, would he let him go? Would he actually?
That's a good point, Stevie. Actually, one of Wenger's downfalls, but also one of the things that makes him a good manager, a great manager, and a bad manager at the same time. It's a double-edged sword. Is the fact that he puts a lot of faith in his players, isn't it? So by doing that, he creates players like Vieira. He creates players like Henry, Fabregas, Van Persie. But by doing that, he also creates players like Denilson, Gervinho, Ibue, Bentner, Luzhny. Like, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? You can get greatness from it, and you can get like terrible players that come from it. So
yeah, definitely. I do agree. A good point.
The things that make Wenger good are the things that also make him terrible. And when it goes terrible because it's just like you're just watching the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. So yeah, I see him as a mad scientist.
Pain. Well, guys, just wrap it up, innit? Wrap it up. If you've enjoyed listening to this, I'm sure if you're not an Arsenal fan, you would have loved it. I'd loved it if I wasn't an Arsenal fan. Then just like it and subscribe to the Hangout sessions.